My St. Lucia trip has come and gone. My life is still a little bit messy, a lot of messy, and I feel overwhelmed. Mildly. Kind of. Not really, actually. I think I'm doing okay. But St. Lucia was an emotional roller coaster, okay? I had so much fun, but it was crazy. It was nuts. I genuinely was going to film my time in St. Lucia because I wanted to, for the memory aspect for myself, and also I thought it would be a cool video situation, but it did not happen for a multitude of reasons that I truly don't want to get into, because that trip was like a month ago at this point, and I need to move on in my life. Okay, cool. Nonetheless, welcome back to another freaking adventure vlog situation. I'm feeling influency today. Influency? Content creatory. I hate the word influencer. It makes me feel icky. I like content creator better. Can we just go with content creator? That sounds better anyways. I don't like to think that I'm influencing people. And this isn't a positive aspect. This is my thing with it. We'll talk about that later. It is currently almost 11 p.m. It is 10:48. I just finished crocheting a bunch of stuff for a retail space I got invited into, business-wise. We're not going to talk more about that because I have spent the past 11 hours filming a video for my business for that. I'm kind of losing my mind. But because I spent 11 hours doing that when I was not prepared to, I thought it would only take me about 6, I have so much content that I need to get done. Technically for tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well, was my intention for today, and not happening. Okay, it's not going to happen. And while this is like in the forefront of my mind, like I need to get this content done and posted, this video specifically is the most important thing. I also desperately need to go through my inventory in the basement, separate it into 2 again, because I have a double market day on Saturday. Unintentionally, I signed up. Well, no, intentionally I signed up for 2 markets. Their hours I thought only overlapped a little bit, so I'd be able to do one and then flop to the other one, do them both myself. That's not gonna happen. The hours overlap a little bit too much, so I am having a double market day unintentionally, splitting my inventory, and I need to get my system fixed because I haven't looked at it since Pride, which was at the end of June, and it's in shambles, and I'm sick of it. I'm genuinely sick of it. It's making me ill just thinking about it. A little bit dramatic, but I do feel like it gets my point across. Nonetheless, I am mentioning that because I am so torn right now at 10:50 p.m. if I should be doing content shit or if I should go down to the basement to split my inventory in 2, and that's my thing. And here's my thought process. We're gonna do the content first, and then I'm gonna go down into the basement and split my inventory in 2. We will not be doing that together because I am going to be milking it for social media purposes for my business, because I need more content for my business, and I'm sorry, but I only have 1 phone. Actually, technically right now I have 2, the other one doesn't work. The story for another time. We'll need another Yap update life session. What is up with me recently? So here's my current plan. We're filming this video. I'm in my influencer era. I need to get content done. I don't want to edit it all because everything that I need to post for tomorrow, Tuesday, is done except for this video that I'm currently filming at 11 p.m. at night, right? Okay, cool. So what I want to get done with you guys today, as a little reset, if you will, which I feel like we're always doing, is getting all of my content for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday filmed. That's it. Filmed, or at least planned out a little bit more than what it is. So that means all the content for the 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st needs to be filmed and ready for the next step of the process. And I'm hoping I can do it in like 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. An hour would be ideal, but I think that's pushing it. Yeah, that's definitely pushing it. It is time though. Let's start with talking about Sawyer's Wacky Art and what we got going on. So from Tuesday through Friday, I only have 2 things that I need to do. First of which is a Whip It Out Wednesday, which I have actually already filmed, so we're done with that. And then second of which is I already did that too. Okay, that was actually way too easy. That is not going to happen for every single one of these. I don't know how that happened. Apparently I'm ahead for once in my life. Moving on, Chazzy, my second platform. Wednesday, I need to have a photo post. I have no idea what that needs to look like. Let me pull up Instagram on my computer here. And then Thursday, I need a TikTok short, which I also literally just filmed because I'm like, this lighting is kind of good and I don't look super tired yet. Am I ahead? No, I'm not. Stop. Also for Chazzy, I need Daily Reasons to Live, but I have 2 of them filmed and edited. I just need to upload them, and that would bring us to the 20th. Am I ahead? Oh. Not ahead. Okay, cool. We're gonna skip flipping pages for now and talk about this lovely platform. I need to do this video. That is priority number 1. Wednesday, I need a talkie video. I already have one done. And then Friday, I need a photo post. and I already have photos. So that was easy. What is happening right now? I'm not even kidding you guys when I say that I thought I was so behind. Is this gonna be actually really easy and I'm filming this for no reason? Because if that's the point, then maybe we just have a little talkie life update moment. And I can like maybe chill out perhaps? That would be great. Yeah. And then all that's left otherwise is Flipping Pages, which is my reading platform. I need to finish filming a YouTube video and then a book review of the book that I'm reading for that YouTube video. But honestly, that was my day tomorrow. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. So screw what I was saying, guys. Yeah, ready for yapping time? Okay. Genuinely though, kind of proud of myself for being that far ahead. I didn't realize I was actually doing well for once in my life. Crazy. I now feel weight lifted off my shoulders too, which is great. But happy freaking Tuesday, guys. I hope you're doing fantastic. Let's see, we haven't talked literally since July because I am the most consistently inconsistent person you will ever meet. Here's the thing, I truly do want to do content. We've had this conversation so many times too. I truly want to do content as my full-time job. Cannot for the life of me find a good work-life balance. And I mean that between like my work 40-hour-a-week job, this, and then also living my life. It's kind of insane to me. And I mean that in the aspect of I really truly want it to work. And I think that I'm holding myself back and I don't know why, because I can clearly manage it. Clearly I can manage it. I've had this content list for 2 days and I'm already to like Friday, essentially. And I don't know why I don't just let myself have this. I don't know why do I have commitment issues? I really hope not. It would make sense though. But that wasn't my point. My point is, I genuinely want to make this work, and I think that I can do it. I know that I can do it, and I'm tired of acting like I can't, or I should say I'm tired of treating myself like I can't, and like I have this crazy, unrealistic goal of balancing my job, all the content I want to do on all the platforms, and then my life. Like, I can do it. I can literally do it, and I don't know why I'm not. Okay, that's a weird thing to come to terms with, too. Wow, okay. We're getting emotional tonight, guys. Hello. I also do just want to point out that I know that I probably sound completely different from my last video. I am not losing my voice, but I talk a lot in my job, and I talked more than normal this past week, which also, like, you don't need to know that, but I have a more raspy voice than normal. I feel like I could be I don't know. I don't know. I'm too tired for this. I am genuinely too tired for this. Dude, all I want to do is give you life updates on my life and what I've been up to. Can I do that? Can I please do that? Can I focus? No, I can't. Goodness gracious. St. Lucia was great. I truly don't think that there's anything crazy to talk about with that trip. It was a lot more time spent at the hotel than I thought it was going to be. And by that, I mean we literally only stayed at the hotel. We were only at the hotel, either at the beach or at the pool. And I love the beach and I was so happy to be there, but we didn't even go like snorkeling or anything, which I really wanted to do. So quite unfortunate, like mixed feelings for me wrapped up in that trip, including the fact that it was my best friend's 20th while I was over there. Literally the day before his birthday, kind of like on the border, depending on time zones of whatnot, I saw a double rainbow. And I do genuinely believe that that was him, because the day of his actual birthday, again, time zone wise, I was traveling. I'm not kidding, it was 2 days, but like a 48-hour travel day or something stupid. My traveling was all great, by the way. Loved that. But the fact that like I saw that is so special to me. And I know that's probably silly. And I know everybody has a thing for their person. You know that if you've lost somebody, there's always going to be something that reminds you of them. I feel like the rainbow is like the most obvious one. Truly to me in that moment, I needed it, because that trip killed me emotionally, which I think is part of the reason why I don't want to talk about it, so I don't want to fall back into that. Okay, I was really struggling because I realized that it has been 5 years since I lost my friend, and I was like, oh, he never got to drive, he never graduated high school, college, none of this, all these things that I'm so stressed about in my life, he never gets to experience. And that set me for a doom spiral, genuinely. And I'm talking about it, and I actually feel kind of okay talking about it. Okay, this is good. This is progress. We love progress. On a very real note though, it is insane to me that he will never experience life. I really, like, obviously he was alive when he was, right? But I don't think he really got to feel what life is supposed to feel like, and that makes me sad. But I try not to dwell. I try not to dwell because I know that he wouldn't want me to. And I have an entire life of my own to live in remembrance of him, and then also for my own well-being, duh. So that's what I'm gonna go freaking do. Starting with, when I came back from St. Lucia, I was given, that's the word, a really fantastic retail opportunity from a business that I like touched on a little bit. Sorry, my computer is currently my lighting here, and I am so excited about that, even though it's like a month later and I should have gotten it done like 4 weeks ago. It's okay. I think I needed the time. I kind of took the entirety of July off from all content, and then also I didn't have any markets in July except for one that was worked for me while I was in St. Lucia. So it was really nice for me to kind of have breathing space, but also like I think it made me appreciate creating content so much more because I'm like, I want to do it. I miss it. And I just really love doing this. It's so silly. I don't know why I like talking with phone so much. It's really, when I put it that way, I feel weird. Let's not think about it that way, okay? Let's just think about how cool and chic and awesome I am, and why are my veins doing that? We're not gonna talk about that part. Nonetheless, I did really need the break. I am glad that I took it, and now I'm back to panic mode, but it's okay. It's where I find comfort, and honestly, I think that I will always feel this way. I think I will always find comfort in having so many things to do that I can't stop moving. Mostly because I always want to be doing something and having a goal, you know? That aside. What else have I been up to? Oh my gosh, my grandparents came to visit. That was so much fun. I was unfortunately still working while they were here because I had taken off a week already. In the beginning of July to go to St. Lucia, so I did work a little bit while they were here, but it was so nice to see my grandparents. My family is going to go visit them in the beginning of September too. Like, we're gonna fly to them this time, and I'm excited for that. We're going to my childhood county fair, which over the moon about. I haven't had cheese on a stick in such a long time, and I want it, and I know you're like, we can get that anywhere. Yes, but the Wisconsin one hits different. Okay, it does. As a Midwest person, it does. I'm sorry, not sorry. I like my cheese on a stick. I will have deep fried cheese any day of the week. Actually, no, I won't. It has to be a specific occasion thing, but it has to be from Wisconsin, from this one specific tent. It's like blue and white or something. That's all I know. I haven't been there in like 7 years. So we'll have to discover it together when I go back to Wisconsin, which I'm gonna do here in a couple of weeks, and I am very excited for. That was very monotone. I'm very excited for. But no, I am genuinely really excited for it. I just have a lot of stuff to do before then, so I'm not thinking too harshly on that yet. Oh my gosh, I also got news that I was accepted into one of the largest, I think actually the largest festival in the Pacific Northwest, aside from the state fair, and I am overjoyed about that. I get my booth assignment after Labor Day, and I am starting to prep because, oh my gosh, guys, it's coming up very fast in the beginning of October, and I don't know if I want to share what it is yet because it's kind of insane, and I think I personally still need to wrap my head around it, but I'm very excited for that too. I'm so excited with the direction that my business is taking. It's insane to me, which also, like, I feel like I need to give myself more credit for that. I have a tendency to not credit myself for the work that I do and just think it's normal, but I am coming to terms with the fact that I work more than the average person, which feels weird to me. It truly does, because I'm not, it feels like this is just what I'm supposed to be doing because everybody else works this much. I'm aware this is not normal. Okay, I'm not advocating my 60-hour a week work weeks. I know they're not normal, but I don't know what else I would do with my life. I have such a purpose in my work. I'm a workaholic. I know that. I've come to terms with it. I don't want to fix it right now. Maybe later. Maybe in like 5 years and I'm like burnt out and dying and crying all the time and have no joy. I want to fix my workaholism. But for right now, I'm pretty content. Honestly, I'm pretty content. I also met a really cool person recently, and I don't really know how much I want to talk about it yet. I want to put pressure on it. I'm very excited. I really genuinely feel like my life is headed in a much more positive direction than what it was. Not that I was like upset or depressed before or losing my mind or anything, but I have more self-respect, I think, and I believe it's going to lead to me building like better relationships and friendships in my life, and being able to set boundaries when need be, and just all of these things that probably me at the beginning of the year wouldn't have expected me now to do. Like, and it's kind of crazy to think about. Like, I really was / still am a very like go with the flow type of person. Like, if something happens, like, okay, cool, whatever. But I've also come to terms with the fact that like there's some things that I don't need to be go with the flow with, and it's not gonna break somebody's heart if I'm like, actually I can't do that, because I have a tendency to overcompensate or like compensate more than I need to, mostly in my career. My 40-hour work job. Yeah, I love that job, by the way. I love my job. Like, my job, I love my job. I could talk about that forever, too. Oh my gosh. Speaking of job, it's going absolutely fantastic. I love my job. Like, genuinely, it brings me so much joy. I've also learned new things in my job, too, like how to build certain things. I'm learning about 3D printers, and I think it's really cool, which is really weird coming from me because I'm not like a mechanical robotics person. I am not scientifically heightened or whatever. That's not my niche. I'm very much more like colors and shapes and pretty things. Not that math and science isn't pretty. That came out weird, but just like, it's not my niche. It's not something I'm good at, and I'm okay with that. But I've been learning things, and it's so fun for me. I think I like the art form of 3D printing. I know it's a little bit different, and it truly is different. Like, I don't know, or how do I phrase this? In my business, like with the thing that I do with my crochet, it kind of sometimes feels like crochet and 3D printing are kind of like head to head against each other all the time. But truly, I've been being better at putting us into separate categories because we really should be. And I have such a love and appreciation for what I do. Like, obviously, I do it. And I love my business. And I cannot imagine my life without my business and the amount of happiness that brings me. But on the flip side, I'm learning so many things working for this company that can grow faster than I can and has grown faster than I have. And I'm so incredibly proud and happy for these people. I say that like I don't know them. I know the owners personally, right? And I'm so happy for them. Like, genuinely so incredibly happy. And I talk to the owners all the time and they're like, we don't want you to feel like we're trying to take away from your business. No, I'm here because I want to be. Like, I want to be here. I love learning like the faster paced aspect of business and then also the time that I take with mine. And the more that I put the separation between it, the more that I respect what they do and have respect for what I do. And do not put us head to head, because sometimes that's what it feels like in the market setting. This is such a niche thing to talk about, and I know that, but at like farmers markets or night markets in the area, wherever, most of the time, and I'm not kidding you, and this is coming from such a place of love, I promise, but parents will come up to either my booth or 3D printed booth with their kids, and it's either you pick something from the 3D printed booth or you pick something from the crochet booth. And sometimes it's really disheartening because at first I was like, yeah, no, those are your two options. Like, as a kid, if I was a kid, right, if I was 10 going to a market, I would want one of those things, right? A completely different form of art in 3D printing versus handmade crochet items. And sometimes it feels like parents don't truly understand like the amount of time, effort, and energy that goes into creating crochet rather than 3D printed things. And they are totally different. And I say that with all the respect in the world to both art forms, those both like things, you know? But sometimes it's like, yeah, I understand, but also like I make them all with my fingers. Like, it takes hours, you know what I mean? And I really wish that at some point people will realize that. I think it's been getting better over the past couple of years though, because I've heard parents explain to their kids when I increased my pricing because I started paying myself, shocker, I know, like it is this much money because it takes her this long to make it. And I've started putting like the time on the tags of how long it takes me to make things. And like, she made this, like it wasn't made by machine, you know? And I think that those conversations really let me know that I am doing the right thing and that I can make my business succeed, even though, you know, not a giant corporation, but a small business that is bigger than my own is growing at a faster pace than mine. I have this connection to my art and this connection to the things that I am making that I feel like sometimes you can't get in a big space. And I think that is what sets me apart from them, if that makes any sense at all. Like I said, super niche, weird rant, kind of. But my point is that I love my job. It is so similar and so different from what I do. And I'm learning so many things. And it's so fun for me. It is so fun. I also really, really love and respect the owners of that company, like to a like ridiculous degree. And I love that I can have conversations with them too about like, I want to make this move in my business. What do you think? Like, and they are willing to have those conversations with me of both like respecting each other as peers in the small business sphere, but then also like as their employee. And I feel like we have such a unique relationship that I treasure so dearly. I love them. Genuinely, I love these people. I wish them nothing but success, and I am so happy that they're letting me be a part of their success and that they are helping me in turn, because they really are. They're telling me about these amazing events. They're why I have this fantastic event in October that I'm like, I don't want to talk about yet because I'm still like really freaked out about it, but they're the ones who told me like, you would do well here. You should bring your stuff here. And they've told me multiple times, like, increase your pricing. Please increase your pricing, girl. You're not paying yourself. I'm like, I'm trying. Like, it's such a beautiful relationship that I cherish, and I love these people, and I genuinely do not know what my life would look like without them. I'm making it sound really dramatic. I've only known them for like 2 or 3 years. Whoa, 2 years at this point. Kind of crazy. We're coming up on 2 years in a couple weeks here, and I love these people. I love these people so much. Utmost gratitude for them, truly. With that though, my job is going great. I love those people. I love that place. There's so many amazing other people there too that work at the same place that I do, and they're all so lovely. It's really like the best group of people to work with and spend 40 hours a week with, which is kind of weird because the shift that I work, I'm typically there with none of the other employees, just the owners. You know, I'm still there a little bit. I've been going in early, saying hi to my people, doing extra work. It's fun. One of the happiest places to work, genuinely. Like, I don't think I would be happier at Disneyland, and I mean that genuinely. I think it'd be too hot. The warehouse does get hot though. Oh, but it's okay. There's an air conditioned section of it, so I'm chilling. But I love my job. I love the trip that I just took. I love getting to see the people I love and cherish so much. And then, I mean, other than that, I've just been having car issues up the wazoo. I'm not even kidding you. brand new car, giving me issues, giving me grief. Broke down twice. Once before I left for St. Lucia, once after. The first time, it was a rain and brake sensor. That one was covered under warranty, thank freaking gosh. And then just a week and a half ago, my battery gave out in my car. I mean, it gave out like when I got back from St. Lucia, and I continued to jump my car until I was jumping it every time to drive somewhere. And I was like, okay, this is getting a little bit ridiculous. I need to go get my battery changed. Most expensive battery change of my life, by the way. Not kidding you, $650. And before you say, oh my gosh, Paige, that's highway robbery. No, I know. I am very freaking aware. The entire situation peeves me. My car first died. Like, I had to jump it the first time when I came back from St. Lucia, which made sense to me. I was gone for a week. I didn't drive my car for a week. I literally went from driving it every single day to now driving it for like 8 or 9 days. Understandable, right? I jump it the one time, I think it's gonna be fine. No, take a 2-day break, I need to jump my car again. Gosh dang it, there's something wrong with my car, right? I was hoping and praying it was the battery, because that's an easy fix. I know how to change a battery. I can change my own car battery. I get one from Costco so I can switch it out next time and change my own battery. But then it just kept dying like every single day. I was trying to start it, and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. I was like, okay, maybe there's something bigger wrong with my car. It also got to the point where when I was trying to turn on my car, it would, like, my dashboard would tell me, take your car to the dealership. There is something wrong with it. And at that point, I was like, okay, I'm going to take it to the dealership. I'm going to have this testing done, which was an extra $100. So really the battery itself was only $550. Have this testing done to it and just make sure there's nothing else wrong with my car. There wasn't. It was just the battery, which I could have done my fucking self. I could have done it myself. I also had like 8 people in my life offer to do it for me. And I was like, no, it's okay, I'm just taking it to the dealership. I should have just changed the battery. The only reason that I didn't is because I thought there was something else wrong with my car. And I was like, I want to make sure there's nothing else wrong with my car, because this is exactly what happened to my last car that I had 2 years ago. The first car that I ever owned was a 2011 Honda Civic. I loved that car. Her name was Texas. She was great, but she was having battery issues. I changed that battery out myself. She was still dying. And I took her to a mechanics, and I was like, there's something wrong with my car. And they're like, battery, but literally this was over the course of months, by the way, of just like breaking down and not working. And I was like, I need my car. Like, we need to figure something out. And they're like, the only reason, or the only like thing that we can do next for your car is to take apart your dashboard and see if there's even anything that's wrong in there. We could just be taking it apart for no reason. Oh, by the way, taking apart your dashboard, $4,000. And I said, thank you very much, but no, that is almost what I paid to get the car. I'm gonna go use that as a down payment on a new one that won't give me issues and I can have for 20 years. And I had the same thing happen. I'm like, I need to check. I just need to check. And I did, and everything was fine. Ripley is right as rain, happy as the first day I got him. We're back to being on good terms, if you will. Which is really funny because I was genuinely talking my car through a battery change and like turning my car on every time. I'm like, okay, you got this, Ripley, we got this. We're gonna turn the car on, we're gonna do beautiful, and then we can get gas on the road. I'll even give you gas, which is high praise because I rarely fill my gas tank. Actually, that's not true. I fill it at least once a week, but it's because I need to. I push that thing down to the edge. Okay, I hate getting gas. Like, genuinely despise getting gas. It also doesn't help that I work nights. And I'm like, I am not going out at night to get my own gas. I refuse. I literally refuse. I would rather push my car, which makes no sense because that's probably more dangerous than getting gas at a gas station in the middle of the night. But sketchy people, sketchy area, just not a good vibe. Okay, just picture it. Gas station, pitch black outside. No street lamps except for the ones like literally under the pump. Not happening. Absolutely not happening. No, I won't do it. I simply won't do it. But car issues aside, other than that, I'm just grooving along, y'all. I don't know why I'm phrasing it this way, but it genuinely feels like I'm going into the next chapter of my life, and I am very, very excited to be doing so. There are just so many things right now that I feel are going to bring me happiness and abundance and just all of the good things that I need and want in my life, and I deserve to have in my life. And I am hoping to do it with a fantastic group of people around me. So hopefully you can be one of those people. But I'm gonna go do my inventory. It's like 11:30. I'd like to be in bed by 2 a.m. We'll see if that works. And I am gonna go have a time in the basement. I hope that you guys have been doing and are doing absolutely fantastic and amazing. And I cannot wait to see you guys next Tuesday for whatever you may be taking on. It's gonna be something interesting, that's for sure. There's a lot of things we need to do. Get it cracked down to it. I'm on a mission. I feel like I'm always on a mission. Mission Impossible. Oh my god, the Spider-Man movie came out. I gotta go see that. Not the point. Here's a little bit of peace. Here's a little bit of love. And until I see you guys next Tuesday, I hope that is all that you experience. May your days be filled with sunshines and rainbows. And I will see you in approximately 7 days. Bye.